Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, it is about 3 a.m., November 24th, Central Standard Time here in the Midwest. Man, I just don't know what to say. I received an information dump last night, and there's only a couple video clips in this production, and there's going to be a lot of stills. Once again, HallidayMobileMedia.com. Go to the stills page, video information inquiry, voter fraud page. There's a form there if you would like these stills to analyze for yourself and chase the links that are in them. Unbelievable what's going on. And let me say this here. I want to point something out about what Sidney Powell said the other day. Sidney Powell said that she has the reason she's not turning over information to the media. Of course, nobody can trust the media. They'll expose where the information came from, and that endangers her witnesses' lives. So keep that in mind. Thanks go out today to Javier Gonzalez, C.J. Pearson, Vincent Kearney, Vincent the Crypt, and of course Miguel Fournier. I just want to say this. You be the judge. I'm just going to loop some music and put these stills up for today's production. I already have information, and I'm starting on number 38. This is part 37 in our ongoing voter fraud series. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here we go.
What was so interesting was I assumed coming into it that the big manufacturers, companies like ES&S and Dominion, had provided these machines to the hackers to, field test them. But no, it turns out there's an extremely hostile relationship there, and that ES&S and Dominion and other companies have basically said we don't want to participate, and really have been quite aggressive in saying we don't want to be part of this. So the organizers were reduced to finding these machines on eBay, which right there is pretty terrifying, because it turns out that anybody can buy some of the most common machines in use on eBay. What was really alarming was when you see these hackers, and these are people who've never seen these machines before, have had no practice on them for the most part, come in and engage them, they immediately get into the guts of them. Beyond that, we were seeing Dominion's image cast system. It's a line of tabulators that paper ballots are fed into. That had its guts all over the room. It was not clear to us whether this was the most recent version of the image cast hardware, but it's important to note that Georgia just spent over is about to spend over $100 million on a contract with Dominion to provide image cast hardware to the state in time for the for the next primaries and for the 2020 election. And yet here these kids were who had opened it up. They said, look, you can pop the front off of it, and here's a port you can get into right here. That's easy. You know, all kinds of stuff that you could certainly do within 6 minutes behind a curtain, much less if you had extra time because any of these were connected to the web, as we discovered a couple of days before. So many of them are.
So Dominion has many subsidiaries, and people are finding their names here and there. Dominion Hospitals, Dominion Diagnostics, Dominion, etc., doing COVID-19 diagnostics now because they had healthcare, etc. Now they're switching over to this and doing all of the common cold fraud virus scams, etc., as they're doing, right, and participating in this and promoting this, etc. So you have that going on, right? And people are wondering, they're saying, is there any connection? Wow, look at these, look at this, how suspicious. That's because it's the same company. It's the same company. It's just one of their subsidiaries. This is a what we call a diversified company. So they went and bought all kinds of different things, got into many different businesses. So it's like a Dominion is a huge holding company. They've been involved in all kinds of different businesses for like 100 years already. From Dominion Resources to Dominion Energy to Dominion, just absolutely everything in a good number of countries. And they use offshore tax havens and shelters. This story is not just about this Dominion voting machines seen in the United States of America. This is a gigantic company. The roots are obviously the British Crown and their slavery system. This is the globalist elites from the British Crown through George Soros and Moloch and Bill Gates, etc., collaborating to be the overseas arms, tentacles to do these actions, be it upheaval and overthrow of governments that they then want to control by bribing, etc. Much easier to bribe and get your way bribing than, a collaborative partner, right? When you
And to question, why do only white countries have the moral obligation to live in this experimental diversity? I began to question why Americans living in the land of the free were forbidden the freedom of association. I began to question why the same groups of people that benefit from our country's altruism are allowed to collectivize within our borders in peace, yet any semblance of white collectivism is considered a form of supremacy. I began to question, why do I have to morally justify the continuation of my people? I am no longer a civic nationalist. I'm no longer a civic nationalist because demographics matter. I'm no longer a civic nationalist because in our majority white country, it is considered controversial just to say it's okay to be white.
Here in Vaughn say their son's voice was filled with anger and uncharacteristic fear after Vice President Joe Biden revealed just 2 days after the bin Laden raid that the Navy SEALs were behind it.
Aaron called me and said, "Mom, you need to wipe your social media clean of any reference to me or any of my buddies." And he actually said to me, "Mom, there's chatter and all of our lives could be in danger, including yours."
So how do you feel as a father to have your son identified?
We expect better out of the high-ups in our government. And I believe what the administration did then, I believe it was criminal.
The Vaughns are now speaking publicly about their son, what it meant to lose him in Afghanistan, and they're sharing that experience with other military families. Fox asked the Vaughns whether it was possible that the vice president identified the SEALs because the administration and the entire country were so grateful.
I can tell you one thing, SEAL Team 6 did not want to be identified. So it wasn't that they were trying to be proud of them, because those men do not need a pat on the back. They don't work for that.
Did Aaron tell you that Team 6 was angry?
Yes, everybody that he talked to, yes, absolutely. They were very angry.
So it was like the rug got pulled out from under them.
Yeah.
Yes.
The administration could have said special operators. Isn't it kind of fun as American citizens to go back and forth? Well, was it the SEALs or was it this? You know, it was our special operators.
The Vaughns have made the decision to speak publicly, but they told us they felt that the entire SEAL community should be respected and given their privacy if that's what they wish, Megan.
Says he isn't ready to recognize the election victory of Joe Biden just quite yet. Putin telling Russian state TV that he will work with anyone who has the confidence of the American people, but he added, quote, confidence can only be given to a candidate whose victory has been recognized by the opposing party or after the results are confirmed in a legitimate way. He said this without a hint of irony. Putin is just one of a few world leaders patiently waiting for election officials to certify the results before congratulating Joe Biden. And that's it for today's
please pay attention to that very last still, ladies and gentlemen. And remember this, Sidney Powell is working for herself. She's working for we the people. She says she never claimed to be working for the Trump administration. That was always assumed. She never claimed to be working for the Republican National Committee. That was always assumed. They always, the media put her in there, Trump's attorney, Sidney Powell. She never received payment. She was never on retainer, and she never, ever made that claim. The other thing, this is only about a third of the dump I had, so there will be more productions coming out throughout the day. This is a lot to process, and I can understand why Miss Powell is so hesitant to put information out. It's been overwhelming for me overnight. As you can see, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, 3 a.m. It's going to be a very long day. And this is the eve of John's birthday. And I ask once again, John Q, for Halliday Mobile Media, let's have a great day. Let's all be safe out there, huh?